Bitcoin just had the massive breakout out of the bullish pennant, just as DavinciJ15 said. We have been waiting for that. Everyone who got in, like, congrats for you guys. And now we are here with the one and only one, DavinciJ15. Happy as never, man. So great to see that. And we will talk exactly about what will happen right now after we broke that bullish pennant. Will we still go? Is 16,000 still in place, or will we retrace to the downside? We will share DavinciJ15's exact game plan, and we will talk about the altcoin section and talk exactly about what, in our opinion, is going to happen. That will be key. That will be very important. We want to highly incentivize you to stay here for the whole video. And we will also talk about our 0.2 Bitcoin giveaway, how you can apply and how you can win that valuable Bitcoins. So that being said, Da Vinci, we want to come to the most important question of today. The color of my face is like constantly changing, but nevertheless, DavinciJ15, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, Chris. Thanks for asking, man. Oh, man, especially now that price has gone up. How about you? How are you feeling?
I'm doing well, man. Looking at the charts on a minute basis, not trading on a minute basis, but like only for entertainment purposes, the minute chart is just great these days. So it's amazing, man. It's amazing. How about
Oh,
you? How
man.
about
Yes, it
you?
is. It's just unreal. I mean, we have gotten to the point where I'm like personally 90% confident that we're going to 16K. Realistically, it's probably like more 60 to 70% chance that we're going to hit the 16K, but I really feel it, man, that
70.
when I see the market line up like that, it most likely hits that target, right? Than
Yeah.
going the other way. So I've seen it more often than not hitting the target.
Yeah.
So, and then we've seen it together, right? Actually, all of us, right? Remember when I told you guys about the 61.8. I was like fairly confident that we're going to go to 61.8 and possibly even break through it, right? But we at least hit the 61.8 target, and we came back, and
Yes.
now we can clearly see that we're going to 78.6 at 16K.
Like I'm
Wow.
shaking right now. I'm shaking. That sounds so cool, man. Thank you so much for that, Da Vinci. And I've just recently talked with an exchange executive, and he told me that more and more people are applying right now. So it seems like more retail investors are joining already. Even though the vast majority will join once we break the all-time high, but they are joining already. So we will get a lot of buying pressure, probably also on the fiat pairings. So let's wait for that. That will be very interesting. So guys, now we will go into the Bitcoin content. We will go exactly into DaVinci's setup and share with you what Bitcoin is likely to do within the next days after we broke out of that bullish pennant. Before we do that, and Da Vinci, maybe you can already set it up, we want to tell you how you can take part at our 0.2 Bitcoin giveaway. It is 3 easy steps. And we will show it to you right here. And it's like 1 minute afterwards we go to the content, but pretty sure a lot of you guys want to win this 0.2 Bitcoin giveaway. So it will be basically like that you only have to, that's the first one, register through our partner link. You will find that in the pinned comment right there. And then the second step is, obviously, guys, join our Telegram group. It's also in our pinned comment right here. And the third step is fill the Google Forms document, which takes 1 minute. This you will also find in our Telegram group. Do this 3 steps. You will find the trading contest rules, and you can actually trade on Bybit, and you will find all the trading contest rules. And if you are winning, if your profit and loss is the highest, it's not about ways. You can start with $10, $100, $1,000, $10,000. It doesn't matter. The percentage gain is important here. And then you can apply. And when you are the first place, you get 0.1 Bitcoin. The second place gets 0.06 Bitcoin. And the third place gets 0.04 Bitcoin. You will find all the rules at Telegram in the forms document, how you can report that to us. And man, we want to wish you happy trading. Trade with caution, trade with the calculated risk. But guys, that will be amazing. We cannot wait to announce the winner in the show in 10 days. So guys, happy trading. We will be very happy to have you join our Telegram group, use our partner link, and use the Google Forms document. That being said, Da Vinci, let's go into the Bitcoin charts and see what you actually have to share with us in this very exciting times, man.
Very exciting times indeed. I know we are living in interesting times, right? I never thought that this Bitcoin thing would exist, and I'm so happy that it's here with us because you know what? I see a very bright future for humanity thanks to Bitcoin. Now, with that being said, if you joined us in the Telegram group and you watch our Telegram group, I jump in from time to time, and what I do is I provide quick trading options, right? I say, okay, well, you know what? I was here. I remember being down. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna try to stop saying here in these videos. I'm gonna say prices were around $11,000, $11,100, $11,900 when we were in the Telegram group, and I was telling people that I did this Fibonacci drawing here, and we were saying that at around 1100, we should like be picking up some of these Bitcoins. And a lot of people got some Bitcoins at around 11,000, or even before then. In the Telegram group, we were in the 10,900 area. I was telling people to buy some Bitcoins, and up here at 11,000. So we were. If you are interested in getting these timely events to buy Bitcoin, please join us in the MM Crypto Telegram group. The link's in the description below. And you can probably get some of these interesting entry orders so that you can maximize your profit. Now, with that being said, where are we right now? What can you do? I want to get in on this, DaVinci. I don't know what to do. It is kind of late to be joining the party. That's the truth.
It looks so great, like how your bullish pennant there. Once we broke it, like Bitcoin went immediately parabolic. Someone has to tell us that TA doesn't work. Like it looks like perfect, DaVinci.
Exactly, and you know what? Even if I was wrong, because I was telling people that hey, you know what? You could set your stops really tight. Some of our stops, like remember, Chris, our stops were like less than 1%.
Yes.
Like you could like but you could have went 100x or 50x. I remember in the last video, you could have went 150x, and you would have like been just killing it because that's how tight our stops were. There was 1.5% loss. So that's some of the things that we're talking about. So how can you play this? Honestly, it's kind of scary up here. I really think we're going to go obviously to the 14K that some of our other YouTube YouTube people out there were saying. Like Carl the Moon from the Moon, he was saying 14K. Cool. I think that's a gimme. Yeah. Right? We're going up there. So do you want to trade? If you want to trade this,
no financial advice, guys. For everyone who is watching, it's no financial advice. Take our input and our content just for inspirational purposes, and then do your own research. Okay? Sorry, DaVinci. I had to set that disclaimer, man. Finally, I didn't do it like for 2 episodes.
Yes, that's a good point because you know what? I don't want to get sued, and so do you. So, I mean, if you're watching this, we're not telling you to buy anything.
Yeah, it should be so obvious that it's not financial advice, since we are sharing here just some charts and our opinion. But yeah, man, I didn't want to interrupt actually, but I thought that's very important. You never know who's watching. Maybe some like 18-year-old guy coming from the school and putting his money in trading, even leverage trading, which can be very dangerous, guys, if you don't do it properly. So yeah, this disclaimer is very important, guys. We really mean it. We don't do it for legal reasons. We mean it. So yeah, man, please go on.
Yeah, this is just for fun. So yeah. Anyways, if you want to trade this, you have to let this settle down. This price action settle down. You have to see how low this is going to go, and then let it create another bullet of either a pennant or flag or something. Let this market go sideways for a bit so that you could set up the trade. So for example, once you see something like this, where the market's going creating higher lows, right? So you can see higher low, higher low, higher low. This can help you set up a trade. So this might be, for example, this might be the ultimate low right here. We don't know that. So that can help you as a point right here, meaning 12,000. Sorry, 12. Now here is 12,250 might be the ultimate low. We don't know that yet, so we have to wait for the market to play out. So you can't go in and just, okay, you know what, it's low now, I'm gonna buy. You want to maximize. If you want to trade, if somebody who's a trader out there wants to trade, you might want to like let the market set up this move, then move to 14,000 for you a little bit easier. So by creating a little bit of price action that gives you a point where you can say, hey, if market breaks below this point, I'm getting out because I'm completely wrong. And that's what a real trader would do. So please let this happen. Let this market trade, do what it's got to do. Yeah, you know what? There's a possibility that this market goes, okay, that's it, see ya. Right? Yes. It's a possibility, and you just have to let it go. You can't get them all, right?
Let the market come to you.
You have to set up your trade, and you can't just jump into any price. Now, if you're interested in obviously the long term, at this point, any price is good price, and I've said that in my previous videos on DavinciJ15's channel. Any price right now, I swear to God, because I believe, and so do a lot of other YouTubers out there, that Bitcoin is going to 100,000. And in fact, Bitcoin only has two objectives: 0 or a lot of money. There's only two places for Bitcoin.
Exactly.
There is no in between.
So putting it together for the long-term holding portfolio, we might be looking at very cheap prices. No matter if we are in 2 months below today's prices or not, we are talking about the long term. That's cheap prices to buy. If you look at the price right now and the price in 10 years, that might look like a very, very cheap price. For trading purposes, especially for short-term trading purposes, yeah, that's exactly what you are planning to do. And also to put it together, this 12,000, that only applies to those people who missed out on the breakout out of the bullish pennant. But for everyone who actually got in, you would just stay in, and would you move your stop losses, or what would be your game plan for those people who are already in that trade?
Good question, Chris. Moving your stop losses can be very good for you. I was thinking about moving my stop loss to this point right here just the other night at the top of this this mark here, which is $12,000, almost 12,000 even, is $12,010. Probably wasn't a bad idea. The reason why you want to move it to there is because the market doesn't like to give, especially when it has an option to head to 14,000. It doesn't like to give people an opportunity to get in.
Yeah, it wants to wipe out some people. It wants to wipe out some other like weak hands, or liquidate some positions before it does so. Yeah, that's really much true, man.
It liquidates hands, but it doesn't give the breakout. When it breaks out, it doesn't like to give another opportunity to get in. So I figured, what happens is the last high doesn't get touched. What I see often in this market is the last high, when it breaks out, it doesn't get touched. Giving this would be considered a breakout point. That last high right here, it doesn't give the people an opportunity to get in who said, okay, you know what, if Bitcoin breaks out, I'm gonna set my buy order here. And so it doesn't come down all the way to that point, because most people are sitting there going with their buy orders, because the market jumped their buy order, and they were just like, oh no, I'm waiting at 12,000 and I can't, I'm just gonna have to hope for price comes down. So there's probably a lot of buyers here at 12,000. And the market's just not going to come and visit them. They're just going to go, yeah, no, That's where I moved my stop, and it looks like it would have been a good idea. I didn't do it. I was thinking about doing it, and I
Yeah.
just didn't do it. I don't know why. I should have. Um, and I still think it's a good idea to move your stops there, and I'm going to probably do that after the show today.
So you will move. I mean, there are two scenarios. Either you missed out on putting up your trade once we broke the bullish pennant. In that case, you would actually move your buy order to 12,250, something like that. And in case that you didn't miss out, you would move your stop loss. And if you get stopped out, you are still in a very great profit. But that stop loss would be at $12,010 approximately. Is that correct?
Exactly. I mean, I'm not saying that you should buy here if you're trading. If you want to trade this market, buying right at this price is probably not the greatest thing. You might want to wait for some lower price and set the stop loss at 12,000 if you want to. I mean, what is it right now? The price is right now $12,265. So you're gonna have risk. Your risk is like, let's see. If you were to set your stop loss where my stop loss is, what would be your risk? Your risk is 2%. That's not too bad, right? If you were to buy right here, 2% is not so bad. I mean, you could still do a 50-1 if you really wanted to.
That's even better than our 28-1 from the last episode, man.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying that's an option, right? That's possible if you wanted to ride this up to 14K, which is probably the target, the short-term target for this market. And 14K, 2% risk, 14 up to 14K. Wow, that's decent. That's 7.3-1.
So we are talking here about like a 2 or 3 days short-term target of 14,000, even though the 16,000 is still with a very high likelihood in place, 70-80% or so. You say that the very short-term target is already 14,000. I mean, that's still astonishing, man.
Exactly. I know it is astonishing. I can't believe that we're here. The reason why we have this target is because of the head and shoulders pattern that had played out. I don't like this head and shoulders pattern, but it is the head and shoulders pattern as you can see here.
The inverse. You mean the inverse head and shoulders?
Okay, let me just. Whoops. Hang on. I'm gonna change that. Hang on.
Yes.
I'm gonna finish drawing it.
Okay.
Hang on. It's right there, and I'm just gonna move the head to right here.
Now it looks good.
To the bottom, which is at $9,500, and this I'm going to move right here, and this was the breakout right here. This was effectively the breakout. So let's see here. I think so. Is that right?
Yes. Oh, I mean, it looks about right.
Yeah. So we've got a little bit here. Let me just do that, and there we go. So the breakout puts a breakout right here. This price. Okay.
Yes.
So with that said, the breakout was at 11. Sorry, I didn't mean to say here. It's a breakout here. Puts a breakout at $11,625. Now, the head and shoulders, the way it works, to determine where it's going after a breakout is you draw from the bottom, which was at 9,000. Oh, hang on, let me delete that. You drive from the bottom here, which is $9,539, all the way to the top of the top of the head and shoulders pattern. I think it's right here. Hang on. Whoops. From here. Sorry, to here.
Yeah, no worries. In the meantime, I can just incentivize everyone who likes that content and who enjoys that DaVinci also takes some minutes or like even sometimes an hour of his day dropping some knowledge bombs, make sure you smash up the like button. It's completely for free for you guys, and it cheers us up AF. So make sure you smash it up, and also leave your favorite altcoins in the comment section. We will soon start covering altcoins again, and we only cover those with the most up votes. Yeah, sorry, man. Let's go on.
No problem, no problem. Look at this interesting point of where the beginning of the head to the top of the bottom of the head is at 12,000, where my stop loss is. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, what a coincidence, man.
Right. I mean, this market is lined up perfectly to do exactly what it's going to do, right? And so we set our breakout point, which is our breakout point is 11,600 approximately.
It's 14,000.
And that's where we start, where we move that line that we drew from the head and shoulders pattern, and to see where it's going to go.
To 14,000.
And the top is 14,000.
That's so cool, man. That's really amazing. Like, it's really set up, man. It's set up to explode like in the short term. I mean, no financial advice. It can go the other way around, but things look like exactly perfectly set up. But man, Bitcoin, you never know. It's also set up to surprise us all, but that actually looks very great. So for the 14,000 price target, what would be the time span? You said short term. Is it like 3-4 days?
This week.
This week. Okay, guys, so listen carefully right now. If you see that, put a timestamp in for everyone who wasn't able to wait until that point. This week, 14,000, DaVinci says there is a very good likelihood, and now listen, it's not a certainty, that we get to 14,000 in this week. And for 16,000, let's say we hit 14,000 in this week. Let's say this scenario is checkmarked. What would you say for 16,000? What would be the time span for 16,000 and in that likely scenario?
Well, for that, I would need a trend line, a decent trend line. And let's just say this is the trend line. I don't know if it is, because there's enough touch points and examples. We need some sort of trend line that we can use for to determine our time frame. So let's just use this one right here, which is starting at the head. I don't think that's a really good one. Actually, I want to start at the shoulder because it's too steep. And so we're going to start at on the right shoulder, right? The right shoulder price was at 10,775, and I'd like this to be this trend line, but again, I don't like this one right here. I'm going to do it right here at this point. I still am not liking this. I don't like this trend line at all. I'm going to look for another one. But if we were to follow this trend line, that's all the 16,000 is all the way at time frame of the end of this month.
Yeah. So in July.
So I still don't like it. It's too quick. We have to wait and see where we can get a decent trend line that's I'm willing to accept as the trend line that we're following. I don't think it's any of these. If it is anything, it's this purple one right here, which you could only see on the video, and I can't really describe in numbers. We've broken through this trend line, and we've had this trend line drawn for quite some time. It's been an interesting trend line that we've been following. Sorry, it's a little messy because I've got so many fibs here.
In that case,
but yeah, I'm gonna have to reduce the time frame and get rid of all my fibs because there's just too much going on here. Hang on, delete.
Also, for everyone watching, after that we will finish the Bitcoin content very soon. We will still talk about the altcoin section. We really want to incentivize you to wait for that. That will be very important, and we will have some other questions in the end. So make sure you stay here and make sure you smash up the like button, guys. So yeah, DaVinci, If it's the one on the downside, it will take probably a little bit more time, isn't it?
Yeah, so the purple one will take a lot more. Like we're talking about like September time frame.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. But actually,
So if we
for
follow
that,
that,
we still have to wait for the market to set up. I mean, we have 14,000 as our first target, which is like in this week, as a likely scenario. And once that happens and the market has set up a little bit, maybe you get a new trend line, and then we can, in the next video maybe, or in the video afterwards, make a new update when the 16,000 might happen. But man, it looks like not all too far away, even if it's September. That's like very short term. So, and if once we hit 16,000, we are so close to the all-time high. We are talking about like 20-25% only difference to the all-time high. So we can really not wait for that. DaVinci, thank you so much for sharing that Bitcoin content with us. And for everyone wondering how that exactly looks like, we will still share the Coinergy setup on Telegram, even though we have shouted out the prices this time so everyone can hear it. DaVinci, thank you so much for that. We will share the Coinergy link also on Telegram. So maybe we can go into the altcoin situation right now. And before that, still, we want to once in the last time remember the people here on our trading contest. Everyone who wants to win 0.2 Bitcoin, which is at the moment like $2,500. It will be probably more if we hit 350,000. It might be like 70,000 US dollars. Who knows when that might be in 1 year and 5 years. Let's see. But the only thing you have to do is register through our partner link. You will see the partner link on the pinned comments. Then join our Telegram group, also in the pinned comments. And in the Telegram group, you will find the rules of that trading competition and also the Google Forms document where you can register. And then in the end, also a Google Forms document where you can claim and fix your profit and loss. So that being said, let's go into the altcoin content, DaVinci. What are your thoughts on the altcoin section? And I want to share also some of my thoughts, which are backed up by some numbers and by the histories, which will be very important and interesting actually also.
well, as I've said before, I thought that the altcoins had bottomed and that we'd have a last chance to buy altcoins, and that worked out not so great because right now altcoins priced in Bitcoin have been very stagnant. There have been a few pockets of movement, but not anything really grandiose as where I would like it to be. So what do I think now? Now that we see that Bitcoin is going to 16,000, all the altcoins are just like looking at Bitcoin going, yeah, okay, I'm stuck here at the dollar price, even just sitting around on the dollar price and not really moving. How do I see this movement with the altcoins? Do I think that there an alt season coming up? And honestly, I want to say no, but I don't feel that that's the right answer. The reason why is because the amount of people that are like dumping altcoins are at an all-time high. They're just dropping the altcoins for Bitcoin, and that's fine. But you know what? Now what happens is we're creating prices unseen. Here, I'm going to share my screen again and show you something. Show you a chart. I'm not gonna show you. It's not like I'm going to show you a chart of a coin to buy. I'm not saying that you have to buy this coin. But take a look at what's happened here. This coin went straight up, and I hope you were not a buyer up here.
You shared the wrong screen.
Oops, I shared the wrong screen.
Yes.
Oh no. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry. Shared screen. Shared. Oh,
Everyone
okay. There we go.
was able to see the green screen.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
But now you've seen the magic behind our show.
No, I think the people saw it in another episode before also, so that's not a problem. Everyone knows how green looks.
Mm-hmm. So I hope you were not a buyer up here. If you were a buyer in this area, which is like 3,000 sats, Oh my God. That's some serious baggage, isn't
Yeah,
that,
man.
Chris?
That's like 99% in rectage mode. Close to 98.53%
I hope you
rectage
were a
mode.
seller up here. I know I sold a lot of this coin. If I were to go through my history, I'm sure I found a
Very
lot of sell
important.
orders.
We don't want to shill that coin. It's like just a random coin. This is only to show you how the altcoins have suffered within the last month. And this is just a very good example for the altcoins in general. This is just a random coin. We are not buying it right now. We are not selling it right now. It's just an example.
Exactly. And so most of the coins look like this, where we've got this huge run up and back down to exactly where we first started. And and so these things are looking really, really cheap. And if Bitcoin can get out of the into new highs, I'm telling you, people are going to come running into these coins because they're not going to be interested in buying the $16,000 Bitcoin, $20,000 Bitcoin when you've got these coins at $1, $2, $3.
Yes.
They're going to feel that, oh, wait a second, Bitcoin is the first one, and so it could be displaced by this other coin and go into those coins, whatever for whatever reason they might feel. It
Yes.
doesn't really matter. And you can say with I know that that's not going to work. Yeah, but you're an OG. And there's going
Exactly.
to be new money and new blood coming into this market, and they're not going to think like you. And there's no way to stop them from buying these coins.
It's great what you mentioned, and I want to pick up on that because maybe not everyone has seen that. We have recently dropped like a month ago a video on our Crypto channel about when we think it might be a good time to switch some of your Bitcoin into altcoins. And it got only like 16,000 views, which is still a lot, but it's like 5,000 to 10,000 less than our DavinciJ15 Crypto videos. And what we have been sharing there is strongly connected what you said, because it will be the retail money, the new money coming into the market, pushing altcoins to higher prices potentially. And when that might happen, we have sharing some Google trend analysis and also the Bitcoin dominance chart in the last bull cycle. And we were able to spot a very specific day on the Bitcoin price. And it was exactly when Bitcoin reached the all-time high. And once that happened, Bitcoin dropped in a matter of, from that exact day starting, from a 70% dominance to 35% dominance. And the reason was obviously the mainstream media was starting to cover Bitcoin again. We reached an all-time high, and then the retail investors jumped into the market and wanted to buy like cheap altcoins, cheap Ripple, cheap like everything, because the denominations were low and the market caps were still high, but no one cares about that. So those people were pushing the altcoin prices higher. From that exact day, I mean, they were rising before, but from that day, they were exponentially higher raising in a percentage term than Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was dropping in value only on the percentage mark dominance value, but still Bitcoin just had a parabolic 20x afterwards. But we know that the altcoins have been surging more, and the exact day was once Bitcoin broke the all-time high. You can watch the video also here, it's popping up on the top if you want to see it. It's like 6 minutes. Yeah, but Da Vinci, it's perfectly that you said that. It will be probably the retail money coming from the outside, pushing those altcoin prices higher, since they are so cheap.
Yeah, so I mean, can we see an alt season this summertime? I still feel that we can see one because there's still people as Bitcoin continues to go up and create local highs, local all-time highs. There's going to be new money coming in here, and they're going to be buying these alts, and so we might not see like huge gains in alts, massive gains, not until after we see the all-time high broken out in Bitcoin. And so if you wanna dump your bags, that's fine. That's fine, but you're actually selling at the bottom. So consider that, right? You're selling at the bottom, and that's not where you're
Yes.
supposed to be selling. You're supposed to be selling at the tops.
Yes, exactly. And like we said, you shouldn't do the opposite of what everyone is doing. You should do the same of what everyone is doing, but before everyone else. And people are dumping their altcoin bags for months, right now for a month. So if you are selling it right now, you might not be the last one dumping his altcoin bags, but you might be in the last group of people dumping their altcoin bags. And this is usually not what you want to do. Even though maybe the altcoins will go down for a month more or for 2 months, who knows? But yeah, basically I can really agree to what you have said, DaVinci. And that already wraps up also the altcoin content, DaVinci. Thank you so much for dropping your knowledge on Bitcoin and on altcoins. We have the exact setup, and now people actually know what to put their eyeballs on and then make their own research. So what are your last words? Do you want to share anything like developments on your Pandora site or anything else?
Well, basically, we're hiring another set of team to help us build Pandora's wallet. We're thinking about hiring a outside firm to help us with that. We're looking into they're very interested in developing a blockchain software system, and so yeah, it looks like they're gonna give us a huge discount on that. So we're looking forward to that. Also, I'm very close to finishing the next version of Pandora's wallet, and it should be finished for the end of this month. And we're providing like a huge difference in this next version. So I'm looking forward to that because I'm looking forward to using it myself. A lot of people, a lot of my trader friends, they are constantly harassing me. When are you gonna get more coins? When are you? When are you going to get more exchanges? Because they want to trade and they do not want to hold their cryptocurrencies on exchanges, and that's the most important thing, right? You want to be able to trade, but you don't want to hold your money on your exchanges because, I mean, if the exchange collapses, that's a lot of money, especially if you're spread out as well as I am.
You know, yeah, that's exactly, man, 100%. And once this new update comes, I would be actually very keen to show some of the updates here in the show, because the people have to see it like with their own eyes. Maybe some people want to know how it looks like before they download it. So we will definitely show it here, maybe in an end of one of the upcoming episodes once that's out. So thank you so much for that. Also very important, everyone watching, go to DaVinci's Twitter channel. It is in the description down below. He's sharing his trades in close to absolute real time for you. And guess how much it costs? $0.00. So make sure you check that out also. And we will be dropping our Crypto merch very soon, this week or next week. It will be popping up below the video. We will have a YouTube integration where you can just, while you're watching the video, just swipe through and see our nice t-shirts, cups and everything. So if you want to like support us and buy a t-shirt for cheap, you can do it in a week's time, maybe this week, maybe next week. So, DaVinci, do you have anything to say before we wrap up today's episode?
Don't get wrecked. Don't buy 3,000 sats and sell it 50 sats. That's the worst thing you can do.
But the other way around is actually one of the best things you can do. And that's exactly what we are planning to do in the hopefully in the up and coming bull market. So that being said, guys, thank you, DaVinci, for taking your time, dropping that knowledge bombs to us. And we want to thank everyone for watching, everyone for liking, subscribing, coming into our Telegram group. We also want to congratulate you for taking part in our trading competition, using our partner link in the pinned comment, joining our Telegram group, using the Google Forms document in the Telegram group. And that being said, thank you so much, DaVinci. Thank you for everyone watching. And we will see each other at the next episode of Crypto. Bible tutorial is popping up right here, right now. So click it right now. And thank you, DaVinci. Thanks, everyone. Smash the like button. And as always, guys, bye-bye.